Hi class, this is the third video in the series of 3 videos for the Chapter 2 group assignments. So up on your screen, you can see the homework guide once again, and the third assignment is the group brainstorming project. So for this project, the first thing I want you to do is watch the video How to Make Toast, and I've put that in 2 locations. The homework guide does say that it's under the TED Talks and Videos section of Blackboard, and it is still there, but I'm also putting it under the Lectures and PowerPoint section so that you can access it both places. That way everyone will see it. So after you watch that, the How to Make Toast video is just kind of a way to start thinking about brainstorming methods. The other material that you have is you have 2 articles on brainstorming that you need to read. Those are located in Blackboard under the Group Brainstorming Project assignment link. So you'll find those there. Read those over and then get started on this assignment. So you're given a scenario where you're moving an office of 50 staff members and the computer systems. So for this, you're going to work together and you're going to answer questions 1 through 4. And for this assignment, it does say that step 5 is to present your plan, but your presentation is going to be online. So you'll need to add audio to your presentation. And I will show you how to add audio in PowerPoint. What might be easier is to use the exact same thing that I'm using right now, and that is to use a screen capture tool called Screencast-O-Matic, and it's screencast-o-matic.com. I will put that link up in Blackboard for you under this assignment. And what that is you launch a recorder, you hit record, and then you can simply go through your PowerPoint presentation and talk. And then you upload that to YouTube. And then what you can do is instead of submitting the PowerPoint file to me, you're going to submit the YouTube link to me. I will accept either way. So one thing that you will need to figure out is if one person's going to be doing the narration for your PowerPoint or multiple people. And if one person is going to be doing it, what I recommend is that the others provide notes for the person doing the narration. So that will be easier. If you can meet on campus, that it might be an easier way for you to narrate the PowerPoint. If you have another screen capture or way of narrating the PowerPoint, adding audio to the PowerPoint that you like, I'm going to ask that the file stay to a minimum size. Adding audio in PowerPoint and uploading it to Blackboard is probably the maximum size that I'm going to want to see. But if you, have any other way that you like, there's lots of tools out there that you can use, but feel free to use them, especially if it's something that you can publish to YouTube, and just send me the YouTube link. So the first thing that you're going to do is open up PowerPoint, and the first slide is going to be your title slide. So the title slide should contain the title of your presentation, and then it should list all your team members. So I've opened up PowerPoint. And it comes just like this, and you may have to choose a design, and you can choose the blank design or whatever design you want. For this particular assignment, I do not remove points for not having pictures or a design or color or anything added to your PowerPoint. I don't think that's necessary. So you're going to click and type the title, and then in the subtitle area you are going to add the names of your group members. Then you want to add a new slide. So you click on the Home tab, you click New Slide, and then unless you like one of these other particular slide designs, you should be just choosing Title and Content that contains most everything that you want or would need in any one of these slides. So you're then going to add a title to the slide, and then you're going to click in the next text box and add bulleted points pertaining to each slide that you need. So I'm going to flip back to the homework guide. So the second slide should define the problem. So the first thing that you need to brainstorm is thinking about what the problem actually is. What are you actually setting out to accomplish in this scenario? And that's up to you to figure out and decide. The third slide is going to be your list of the brainstorming that you did as a group. So the first step in brainstorming is throwing out any idea possible to solve this problem, including the stuff that seems a little bit silly. A lot of times people will tell you the silliest seeming solution that somebody threw out in a brainstorming session was the solution that got tweaked and used because it was a little bit out of the box. And if you're trying to brainstorm possible solutions, it typically means that the solution isn't obvious and it does need something a little bit different to accomplish the solution in a manner that works for everybody. So that'll be your third slide. You're just going to throw everything on there. If you know anything about slide design, you're not supposed to have a cluttered slide. I'm kind of throwing that out the window. So you're simply, it's going to be a little bit messy. It's going to have everything on there, and that's perfectly fine. The next slide is the slide that evaluates the possible solutions. So you can have 1 or 2 slides on this particular topic. You could take the slide previous that has the brainstorming possible solutions, and you could cross off the solutions that you decided as a group would be poor solutions or not the greatest solution. Then your next slide could be the possible solutions that you narrowed down to. Or some people skip the crossing off part and they just put the evaluation. What did you narrow the possible solutions down to? So pick the top 3 and put on that slide why those top 3 were chosen. Then the next the next slide is your implementation plan. So that is also 1 or 2 slides, and you're going to just simply list all the steps that you're going to take to move all 50 employees and their computers with a minimum of downtime. So you have enough information to be able to be pretty detailed here. So you'll create the timeline, what equipment you might use, labor, things like that. So be as creative or not creative as you need to be, but come up with a good solution. Then you're going to just end the presentation. And so then you'll save it and you'll narrate it. The narration should be going through the slides as if you were presenting this to the class. And then you'll upload it to Blackboard by the due date. So if you have any questions on this, please feel free to let me know. The last thing that I want to tell you is some people like to add pictures or a design to their PowerPoint, and that's perfectly fine. If that's something that makes you feel like your presentation was better, it enhanced your presentation, please feel free. I've had some really great looking presentations done in this class with that. So if you like to insert a picture, you can do that with the insert and then choose pictures. The design tab gives you different designs for the PowerPoint presentation. What I do recommend is choosing the design beforehand, because oftentimes it changes where the title is or the font size and type, and it might make your presentation look goofy if it's already typed up. So make sure you kind of try to decide that beforehand. It's not completely necessary, but it avoids having to go through your slides again to make sure they're formatted properly. Again, I'm not taking off for good slide design or design in general, but grammar and punctuation, once again, will count. So once again, let me know if you have any questions, but I hope you have fun with this project. Thanks.